Hi, everybody. Robin here at Toadstool Tarot. Just let me double check my volume here. I forgot to. I never know whether I'm audible or not. Let me just boost the input on the mic to make sure. Okay, that should be good. Hi, Robin here at Toadstool Tarot. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome if you're here for the first time. I do Saturdays for about an hour from 1 p.m. on in New York City, Eastern Time. And we are going to look today at, very excited, the Sassy Dragons Tarot. Let me first say hello to the first one in the room, B at Akali Sunflower, and SCB. Hi, Robin, everyone. The live you did with Kristen last week was so much fun. You looked like you were having a great time. Loved it. I did enjoy it, and I don't generally find that reading videos are maybe that entertaining for other people other than the people that are being read for or the people doing the reading, but I do like to do them. I like to work on my practicing my skills and trying to approach it in a way different than I see others doing. So anybody out there that has a channel that might want to invite me to read with them or take turns reading, I may be well interested. Hi, L. Phillips. Welcome. So anyway, let's get to business because there's a lot to read. I should double check. I actually didn't ask. I just minutes ago asked Peggy permission to read the text on her cards because it is copyrighted material, but she hadn't checked that or gotten back to me, and I'm going to assume it's okay, and if it's not, she'll tell me, and I may end up deleting this after the fact. I also don't know whether YouTube is going to have issues with this because the language is very abrupt, very blue, and so I should also warn you out there. There are two versions of this deck. There's a more toned down, family friendly one, and the one that I bought, which is the NSFW, not safe for work one, which is more in keeping with unadulterated, uncensored Peggy Papez, and I think it's just fantastic. Now. I'm a little muddled here. Okay, let me backtrack a little. What I know of Peggy is that her favorite deck is the Practical Tarot Wisdom deck. She has not necessarily committed cards to memory, and she likes to do readings and refer to guidebooks and so forth. So she discovered this deck, and it's a great deck for beginners because it's got the Radiant Rider images on it, but it's got the meanings, right there on the cards. Now, she's been working with that for a while, and I think it probably inspired her to want to create something like that for herself from the insights that she got in reading the tarot. Show you the box here. Sassy Dragons Tarot by Peggy Papez, illustrated by Andrew Rogers and Christopher Penzel. Very cute. And supervised by Lisa Papez. So I suspect how this was done was that Peggy decided she wanted to do this, and she sort of used books to help her as she's laying out each archetype in the deck to feel how to read it. And Lisa kind of supervised or helped her refine the readings. So Peggy is, very open and blatant, blunt, what's the word I'm looking for? Unadulterated, lots of fun. And I think the humor in it takes a lot of pressure off. And well, I'll show you what I mean. Just double check. We have Kay Moore, welcome. Volume's fine. L. Phillips, SCB. Oh, Sandra just came in. Spirit of Avalon. Hello. Okay, so the box, it's a very sturdy box. I'll show you all the sides here. And it's a magnetic box, clamshell box, that folds all the way down. Now, I know this is something specifically that Lisa likes with her decks and her tastes. And I think she probably put a little more encouragement on Peggy to use this kind of a box. There's a little ribbon inside holding the cards in. And here is the inside little landscape there. These are Sassy Dragons. They don't at first glance look to me like dragons, but they're darn cute. They're a little on the pudgy side. They look a little more like somewhere between bulls and pigs, or I don't know. But they are really, really cute. And the guys that did the illustrations are really amazing. They basically took an RWS deck and redrew it with these characters in it. And the colors are sort of pastelish, but very cute and colorful. The copy that I ordered, this was a Kickstarter. It's going to be moving soon to Etsy. I think you can still Google and get copies through the Kickstarter until it's available at Etsy, but just Google Sassy Dragons Tarot and you should be able to find it. Mine came with several little stickers, and they're stickers of actual cards. So I don't really use stickers, but I think this was maybe a stretch goal or something. They made their goal in like an hour or something or less, and so they had extra money and elaborated on it with some things. This one, mine, they're numbered and limited, so mine's signed, and it's mine is 276 of 1500. And the backs are different from the this is the not safe for work version. The other version has a different coloring and back design. I think it has a daytime sky, and this is like nighttime sky. The cardstock I love. It's very flexible. It's like linen texture, and the size of it is the size of the Fournier decks. I just happen to have a Fournier deck here, Tarot de Marseille, and you can see this exactly the same size. But if you don't know what Fournier size is, here's a standard tarot card, and you can see it's slightly smaller, slightly narrower, and slightly shorter. I would say maybe 3/8 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, either way. But I love the size. They're really comfortable in the hands, particularly if you have small hands. There's a ribbon in here affixed to the bottom of the box to lift the cards out, and there you get the full view of the landscape there. Can you see there's a little cave and dragons kind of bopping and floating around in the sky. Where are we? We're 10 minutes in. I should dive right in because what Peggy did in order to make this easier for herself is she's got the imagery, the label, and the description or interpretation on every card in her own unique voice, which is fantastic. So I'm going to read them all. Hello, welcome, Elspeth. So, like I said, there's the back. The first one is the Fool. Let the shit show begin. Now is not the time to worry. Just jump in. And that's the kind of language you're going to hear. So if that bothers you, maybe don't watch this. Okay? If you're open to it, have fun, stick around, enjoy. If you don't like that explicit language, the other version doesn't have it, and go look for a walkthrough of that. I wanted to give you the one that is more unfiltered Peggy. If we're lucky, she might show up in the chat and help us with some clarifications. But I invited her, but I don't know if she remembered. So there's the first card. Very, very cute, I think. I'm not sure how I feel about the font. It's clear and easy to read. It's kind of like a typewriter font, but we really need to have it be clear since there's sort of limited space. I would say maybe not quite a third of the card is taken up with the label that has both the name of the card and the interpretation of it. Now, this one only has upright readings. I'm not sure if the other one has one or both. Peggy's very funny. Please call me. I can't read if that's Lola or Lala, if you prefer. It's what my oldest friends call me, and so less formal than L. Phillips. Clearly wasn't planning on joining chats. Oh, Lala. And SCB says, call me Dulcie. I keep forgetting the name. So I don't mind you constantly reminding me. I think it's good for me and for other people in the chat that don't know. Second card is the Magician. Oh, I can read this on the screen. You are the fucking magic, so use it. You already have everything you need to succeed. I think maybe the humor in the illustration sort of softens the rough language too. High Priestess. So cute. You might have to reconsider how you picture dragons. Oh, another thing is, I think dragons are Peggy's spirit animal or favored creature or whatever. She does collect some dragon decks, so I think that's kind of why these came about to be depicted as dragons. It's her favorite thing. Queen of Denial, bitch. That's you right now. The truth is within. Listen to your intuition. Very simple and straightforward interpretations. The Empress. I usually don't like sort of pastel-ish kind of imagery, but I do like the color palette in this. It's a little bit richer. Nurture the shit out of that shit. Take care of all that is important, including yourself. You can almost hear Peggy reading these. Her voice really comes through. Emperor. Why, hello, Daddy. Embrace your leadership qualities. Now's the time to take the lead. The Hierophant. I like all the symbols on the poles. Don't get tied up in red tape unless you're into that. Following sound advice doesn't have to doesn't have to mean following every rule. I think it's easier if I read here than on the screen. The Lover's card. No threesome this time. Pick one. You have a big decision to make. Make that decision with your heart. Number 7, the Chariot. Badass coming through. Get the fuck out of the way. You're on the right track. Don't stop now. I think she got a tattoo on her arm of this illustration. It's a dragon riding a tricycle. Cute. Not generally drawn to cute decks, but there's something really special about this one. And the fact that I know the person that created it. Strength. Nothing's a problem when your BFF can rip their face off. Anything is possible when you believe in yourself. I think I might refine the language on that one. I was a little confused at first when they say when your BFF can rip their face off. I think what is meant there is when your BFF can sort of protect or avenge you from outsiders who become problems. The Hermit. Leave me the fuck alone. Take time to learn about and reconnect with yourself. Wheel of Fortune. The more things change, the more you want to get off this fucking ride. Accept the inevitability of change. Again, if you take the language too seriously and this ruffles your feathers, there is another version that's tamer in the language. And you can order that. I think there was a special deal on the Kickstarter to order both, but I just kind of wanted the one that seemed the most like Peggy. Justice. Fuck around and find out. Actions come with consequences. It's time to face the music. You see the little scales there. It's funny how these dragons are depicted too. They seem so harmless in a way. I always think of dragons as sort of sharp, spiny, fire-breathing, slithery creatures. And these seem more like they are soft and cushy and pad around, waddle around, almost like baby dragons or something. Hanged One, the Hanged One. Stuck in fuckery? Hang in there. It's not the end. Waiting's hard, even when it's worth it. L. Phillips or Lala. It's funny, the swearing counters the saccharin. I like that. Death. Out with the old shit, in with the new shit. Endings pave the way for new beginnings. It's cute. Temperance. Don't screw the brew. Balance those ingredients. Finding the middle path ensures stability. I'm expecting that most of you in the chat already are seasoned readers, but I'm kind of wondering if you weren't, would this be a helpful deck with the meaning? Are the meanings giving you enough on each card that you can sort of find your way through? Hello, Madame Maru. Card number 15, the Devil. It's time to use your safe word. Dealing with your baggage is the only way out. Tower. Oh, these do have numbers at the top along with the label at the bottom, just in case you hadn't noticed that. Tower. Buckle up, chucklefuck. You can't save this tower, so let it fall and build a better one. The Star. Hey, twinkle tits, get off your ass and get back to it. The path ahead is clear, and yes, you have the support you need. They may be short, but the meanings are accurate. A Peggy haiku. The meanings are well thought out. Yeah, I think it was a good collaboration between Peggy and Lisa. With Lisa's sense of accuracy in learning the tarot, she also has a good book out on choosing keywords to learn the tarot. And Peggy's just sort of sense of, no fucks interpretations. The Moon. Why, you kinky little fuck, explore the unknown. You never know what you'll uncover. And I like the sort of yin and yang moon. The Sun. Let your freak flag fly. Be yourself and success will follow. They almost read like obscene fortunes and fortune cookies, Or maybe obscene is the wrong word, but Judgment. Getting bigger, badder, and better, bitch. You're being called to evolve. Whether or not you answer is up to you. I love they're all sitting in cardboard boxes. The World. You nailed it. On to the next fuckfest. Recognize your wins and get ready for the next endeavor. Now there's an extra card. I think this, I don't know whether you'd use this to read with, or you could use it as a bookmark or whatever. Just says, fuck them. Lisa's book is Unlocking the Tarot. Yes. Okay, it starts with the wands. Ace of Wands. What is that tingle in your pants? Inspiration is the feel you need to pursue your passions. Two of Wands. World domination begins here. Beyond your comfort zone is a world of possibilities to explore. I hope you can see these okay. Three of Wands. The law of attraction is your bitch. Manifest that shit. Take those steps towards your dreams. Don't turn back now. I love how refreshing this is. You know, the language is like no holds barred. It's in your face. It's brief. It's direct. Gives you the meaning of the card. No messing around, you know. Four of Wands. You build it. Time to party in it. Look at the progress you've made and celebrate. You've come so far. I thought these might appeal to Sandra, and I'm not sure if she's still here or whether they do or don't. The style of the illustration. Five of Wands. Yes, this is a dick measuring contest. A healthy competition can reveal hidden strengths and talents. Now, I'm a little curious. I almost wish that I had the other version with me to compare the rewrite in the description. I'm sure the message is much the same without the bluntness. Six of Wands. You really are fucking awesome. Celebrate your wins and enjoy the recognition. You've earned it. And I'm kind of joyful. This is a joyful deck, and I'm glad that I've got it because I don't have any other decks like it in my collection. I guess the closest one would be that Practical Tarot Wisdom that I showed you, but it doesn't have this sense of humor. It doesn't have the cuteness. It doesn't have the sort of creature comfort. Not a fan of the art style, but I love the definitions. Me too. Sassy dragons look like sassy pigs to me. Lisa did a video comparing the two. Nothing wrong with pigs, but not very dragons. Yeah. They do have horns and wings, but they look a little more like bulls to me in a way. Seven of Wands. Funny. It's funny. The Seven of Wands has one sock on and one sock off. Fuckwits are best ignored. Persevere in the face of adversity. Take the high ground. I do like this art style more than I did Lisa's unicorn deck. Very, very different. Similar bright coloring, but unicorns are not my thing, and that art style wasn't really my thing. This is more pudgy in a way. I mean, they're sassy dragons, yes, but I would say they're pudgy dragons. 8 of Wands, hold on to your tail. Shit's about to get real. Make the most of the momentum that propels you forward. I also like the fact that the description is so brief. Sometimes books can be overwhelming because there's too much information in there. Well, there's not room to put too much information on these cards. So it has to be very direct and very brief. 9 of Wands, you don't need no stinking safe word. Your endurance is being tested. Stay strong. These guys, these illustrators, they're really something. They do have other decks out, I think, but I'm not really familiar with them. 10 of Wands, sure, you can move mountains, but is the hernia worth it? You're carrying a heavy load. Consider lightening it. Page of Wands. Also like that they kept all the elements and the labels traditional. Page of Wands. Jump in the fucking puddles. Pursue your passions with enthusiasm. Anything's possible. Knight of Wands. Dare them to try and fuck with you. You've got what it takes to overcome any challenge you face. This is almost like a deck for kids, but not for kids. It's like the adult kid. Queen of Wands, be your best bad bitch self. Confidence is the key to your success. Assert yourself. Oh, hello, Anna. King of Wands, don't take shit from anybody. Stand in your power and create your own opportunities. Oh, I should also say, I guess it's obvious, this deck does not come with a book because there's no need for a book, as it follows the Rider-Waite-Smith system and all the meanings are printed right on the cards. I think that's what she was striving for, to not have to go look somewhere for answers when you've got them right in front of you on the card. Ace of Cups. Say yes, yes, oh God, yes. Open your heart to new or deeper connections. Two of Cups. Time for some mushy love shit. Lean into the bonds that balance and enhance your life. They've got potential. You know what other deck this reminds me a little of? Recently they had, it's a Winnie the Pooh tarot, and I can't remember the actual name of the deck. But the illustration style and the color of the images is very similar. It looks sort of like a pen and ink line work with a light watercolor wash. And it has a similar kind of playful quality. The Tao of Pooh. There's a book called that, but I'm not sure if that's the name of the deck. Could be. I have it here somewhere. Three of Cups. Spend time with the friends who would help bury the body. Surround yourself with those who support and uplift each other. Wisdom of Pooh. Okay. Which witch showed up late and she's put off by the language. There is, if you go back at the beginning of this, I say, if you're triggered by this, don't watch. There is another version that's a clean version. This is Peggy's unfettered and unfiltered version. This is in her voice. And she really doesn't let anybody get in her way. It's like, you know, I'm going to be who I am. Here I am. If you don't like it, you know, go elsewhere. Four of Cups. Quit bitching and appreciate what you've got. Acknowledge the fool. Oh, sorry. Acknowledge the root of your discontent, then address it. I even wondered, I don't know, later, they did sort of mention the possibility at some point in the future of reprinting it without labels on the cards, just the cards. So, I mean, they would have the title and the number, but no interpretation. That might appeal to some of you that don't like the language, either this version or the other version, and are confident enough to be able to read. At that point, I don't know whether they would include a book or not, but I don't even know if they're going to do that. Four of Cups. Did I read that already? Quit bitching and appreciate what you've got. Acknowledge the root of your discontent and then address it. Five of Cups. Don't cry over ass hats. Allow yourself to grieve what was lost, but remember what remains. I was just thinking about how, in a way, how meaningless the vulgar words, the vulgarity is. And I think you sort of disarm it by finding the humor in it. And I think that I would find this much more offensive if I didn't know the intent of it was kind of, I'm having fun and I don't care attitude, you know? Six of Cups. Stop reminiscing and start fucking living. Cherish the past, but stay connected to the present. And also, I think if you've ever watched their channel, Lisa Papez, or Peggy's channel, I forget what Peggy's is called, Peggy Sews or something like that, you get a much better sense of Peggy's personality and how rich this is in representing her directness, She's a wonderful person with a lot of compassion and understanding. She tries to give special attention to everyone in the chat, and I really love her. 7 of Cups. There are too many vibrators and not enough batteries. Stay grounded and make sure your dreams are attainable. Eight of Cups. Know when it's time to say, fuck it. It's okay to release what no longer serves, no matter the cost. I'm thinking the way these are worded, if you really wanted to, you could take a black Sharpie and cross out all the offensive words and still get the meaning, which is maybe closer to what the other deck is like. So better to buy the other deck. The imagery is exactly the same. 9 of Cups. Why, yes, you are the shit. Revel in it. Reflect on what makes you truly content and seek more of it. So cute. I love how the cups are juice boxes. Lisa and Peggy have an awesome Lucy and Ricky vibe. Yeah. I think of them more like Heckle and Jekyll. I don't know if you remember those cartoons way back in the day. 10 of Cups. Enjoy that afterglow and don't forget to hydrate. Savor moments of perfect joy and bliss because they don't last forever. Cute. I'm not generally about the cuteness in decks, but hello, Will. 7 of Cups. How do you make that less whatever? Page of Cups. Rose-colored glasses. Cute, but don't get fucking played. Approach life with optimism, but don't forget to keep it real. While I have you all here, we're kind of midway or a little past midway. If you're not subscribed to me, please do. It helps me out. I'm trying to get over that 1.9K hump to 2,000, and it would be really cool if I could. I've been hovering there for the last couple of years, it seems like. Knight of Cups. Let your heart lead, but keep your fucking head in the game. Seek the experience and people in life that make you happy. Actually, yeah, reading these, I've never used the F word so much in my life as in this one cast. I could just put them up there and let you all read them. But I feel like if I read them out loud, it gives them a little more oomph or a little more attitude. Queen of Cups. Your head belongs on your shoulders, not up their ass. Allow yourself to care deeply, but don't lose yourself in others. I think if you do know the meanings, it also gives you an interesting little extra perspective on it. And I love when different interpretations of RWS system cards make you think a little bit more about them or give you a little more depth in how you might read it. The caricatures are not my favorite, but it's growing in me because attitude speaks to me, says Will. I must admit I usually use the F word more sparingly. Like 3, can I ask, will I have the scholarship? Gemini. Oh, sorry. There's somebody here looking for a reading. Law 13. We may get to a test reading or something at the end, but we're just doing a walkthrough of this deck right now. King of Cups. Take no shit, but don't lose your shit. Use your emotional intelligence to navigate life's ups and downs. I love the attitudes and the expressions too. They're very playful. There's no meanness in any of the cards. Ace of Swords. The swords are wooden swords, so they're kind of like play toys or something. Don't block the damn clue by 4. Knowledge and clarity will guide you on your path. Now, there's one I wanted to ask Peggy about if she was here, because I don't know the reference of clue by 4. I'm guessing it might be some kind of a game, a board game or something. Has anybody ever heard of that before? Clue by 4? Clue by 4, like a 2 by 4, but maybe it's a game. I don't know. Like the honest rip the Band-Aid off messages, you know. Although my best friend would be like these cards, blunt and super sweary. SCB, it's my kind of deck. Just spit it out. 2 of Swords. Time to shit or get off the pot. Trust your intuition to lead you through uncertainty. Does anybody know of any other deck like this one? And I don't mean visually. I mean in its directness and its... I'm at a loss for my words today. It's no messing around. It's funny. Here now we have the 3 of Swords, and people often are upset by the visualization of a heart being stabbed by swords. In this one, it looks like a paper heart, like a Valentine, and it's being pierced by wooden swords. I mean, it's just so tame. Heartbreak is temporary. Stupidity is forever. Difficult things happen, but it's your job to learn from them. It's a great message. A lot of people read this as a cup card or an emotional card, but it's really more about learning from heartbreak, learning from difficult things that you've had to go through. I want to write these phrases on my RWS as well. Well, you could go through and freeze frame them all and copy them down, I guess. 4 of Swords. Your brain needs a fucking break. Rest will help you find peace and clarity. I'm sure that Lisa had great difficulty in helping Peggy with these because she is not a swearer and blushes at the mere sound of a swear word. Madame Maru says, how great these would be. Wait, where did it go? It skipped by. Shoot. Oh, how great would these be graffitied on a Visconti's Forza deck? 5 of Swords. Fight hard, but don't be a dick. You've already lost it. You've already lost if you have to compromise who you are to win. Yeah. Six of Swords. Row your boat away from the shitstorm. Accept help and guidance as you journey towards recovery. Seven of Swords. Sneaky bastard alert. Check your assumptions at the door and question what you see. Some of them are, the illustrations are a little bit harder to make out the detail. I think if you're familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, you can see what's what, but there are maybe one or two cards in here that are a little bit harder to make out. Eight of Swords. Bondage should be consensual, so revoke your consent. Overthinking builds false barriers. Step back for perspective. I would have loved in this one, there's a bandage slipping, but somehow I think this would be more humorous if one eye was peeking out between the folds of the bandage. And that would also sort of like help the notion that we are bound by our own limitations, and we can free ourselves if we make the effort. And if one could peek through the bandages and see that one's not in imminent danger, maybe one would be more brazen and bold enough to remove the bandages and move on. Nine of Swords. Tell your fear to fuck right off forever. Consider what's likely, not just worst case scenarios. Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's a shit sandwich, but you don't have to eat it. Rock bottom can be a solid foundation that you can rebuild on. And I like that this one doesn't appear to be piercing the dragon with the swords. They're just, it seems covered by a blanket. So it's, I don't know, maybe up against a wall of trouble, but you can see through it to the horizon. Page of Swords. Sometimes it's good to be a nosy bitch. Curiosity allows you to uncover new knowledge. Now, I'm not monetized on this channel. Don't plan to be. But I still don't know if that will keep me from, whether it'll keep this on the air, whether YouTube will snag it. We'll see. Knight of Swords. Kick the shit out of the problem. Take decisive action in pursuit of truth and integrity. I'm also thinking when someone asked a question before, and I said I might do a reading at the end, I probably would be prone to reading these my own way, the way I read the RWS system, rather than reading the meanings on the cards. But I would, probably give it a layer of what I see in the imagery to my reading of the RWS. It seems like some of her cards, some of her explanations have gone in a slightly different direction than I normally would, and that's refreshing. But L. Phillips, Peggy should have a book of thoughts. Yeah. Oh, it's over 18, right? Yeah, my channel is over 18, so there's that warning. Queen of Swords, sometimes you need to be a mouthy fuck. Be direct and transparent in your communications. That seems like the Peggy card right there, Queen of Swords. She is a mouthy fuck. And she is direct. King of Swords, checkmate, asshole. Use analytical and strategic thinking to achieve your objectives. Now we're on to the Pentacles. I don't know if these are cookies. I think they're cookies. Ace of Pentacles. Ka-ching, baby. When opportunity knocks, remember to open the door. Someone just asked if Simon's live today. I don't know. I think he might be. But if I recall, they haven't switched their time settings yet. So he won't be up in 3 minutes as usual. It'll be an hour from now. Unless I'm wrong, you can check. We're almost done. Two of Pentacles, you can juggle that shit, no problem. Prioritize your responsibilities so you don't drop the ball. Three of Pentacles, orgies can be a lot of fun. Success lies in merging talents through teamwork. Four of Pentacles, don't be such a tight ass. Practice discernment so you know when to save and when to spend. Five of Pentacles, feeling fucked? Time to unfuck yourself. Reach out for help. Support is closer than you realize. Six of Pentacles, embrace the power of 69. Get some, give some. Share your blessings and be willing to receive graciously. Seven of Pentacles, not yet. We have all night. Be patient. The results of your efforts will reveal themselves soon. Eight of Pentacles, in, out, repeat, repeat, repeat. Keep refining your work. Mastery comes from repeated effort. Nine of Pentacles, time to indulge. You fucking earned it. Enjoy the comforts you've earned through your hard work. You've even got the little snail in there. Now, this one is a lady with the bird on her gloved hand, which is a little bit harder for me to make out in this image. It does have, it's a bird of prey or a hunting bird, and it has the head mask on. But I'm not sure if you'd readily make that out at first look at this card. You might have had to know the Rider-Waite or Pamela Coleman Smith image. Ten of Pentacles. Fuck yeah, life is amazeballs. Take comfort in the abundance and security of your resources. Page of Pentacles. Head down, sleeves up, get shit done. Be methodical and diligent to achieve your goals. I wonder if this deck sells out, whether they'll reprint. And if they do reprint, I wonder if they will refine any of the cards, either in description or in imagery. Knight of Pentacles. Fuck the hare, be the tortoise. Consistency and steady progress are more important than speed. You have to be familiar with that fable, I guess, to get the reference. I think it's pretty generic. Most people know the story of the tortoise and the hare. Queen of Pentacles. Nurture, nourish, and fucking slay. Maintain the balance between supporting others and yourself. Now, my partner knows that I read tarot, but he would not like me reading for him with this deck. He does not like blue language. So this is one for me and for anybody that is cool with it. Not for everybody. Not safe for work. Last card, King of Pentacles. Experienced bucks know best. Practical skills and meticulous planning pave the way to success. It's a little bit busy. I think that's a kind of a busy card generally. So, we ran a little over an hour. Curious as to what you think. The edges of the cards, not sure because the lighting's not good in here. I think they have a little bit of a yellow tint to the edge. They may be edged in a kind of a yellow. Doesn't quite look the same as like white cardstock or even dirty cardstock. It does have more of a yellow feel. And I think the other deck has different backs and different color to the edging, but otherwise the images are the same. The descriptions are cleaner. I'd love this in MPC plastic. Great for cafes. It's kind of self-obvious. I guess about the tortoise and the hare, yeah. All right. I'm just going to do a general reading don't want to get into specifics. Someone was here earlier that had a question. I expect they probably left by now because this wasn't what they're looking for. And this isn't a reading channel specifically, but when I do a new deck, I usually do like to do one sort of generic reading for the group of us, or anybody out there that's watching. So we'll see. Maybe I'll ask, what does this deck have in store for us? Interesting. Interesting. So the center card we have is Three of Pentacles, which, despite whatever they say here about orgies, Three of Pentacles is a sort of a collaboration card. I think when we work with decks, we are collaborators with the deck. This deck will collaborate with us. The energy surrounding it is the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is emotional partnering, sharing, partnering. In using this deck, we may have certain emotions in us tweaked, either towards the jolly or the, ooh, that irks me, or whatever. We may have our emotions triggered by some of the nature of the cards, the wording, or the imagery, whatever. But I think that the Two of Cups is, generally speaking, a good emotional pairing between us and this collaborative quality of the deck. The third card is Judgment. So isn't this a nice reading? Judgment is usually looking back on the way we look at things after they've happened. So as we experience working with this deck and reading with it, collaborating with it, emotionally bonding with it, and kind of figuring out how we fit in with the quality of this deck, then we look back on it in judgment and decide, did that work for us? Did it not work for us? Oh, hi, Jamie. Jamie's in late here. She has it, and she has the clean version too. This seems so much like a Jamie deck to me in a way. Like I said earlier, Jamie, it kind of reminds me a little bit of that Winnie the Pooh deck, but it has a very irreverent and, take no fucks from anybody attitude. And yeah, that seems so Jamie to me. Jamie and Peggy, I think, would get along really well in that regard. I'm curious, though, Jamie, do you have both versions? Do you like this one better, this sort of straightforward one, or do you like the more toned down one? Do you have a preference? Curious. And Jamie, I have to have you guest on my channel sometime. So I think that's going to be it for today, folks. If you missed any or most of it, you can always scroll back and rewatch it, unless YouTube removes it for the language. I'm hoping they don't. I'm happy to have this deck. I'm sorry Peggy didn't show up today to help us with it, and I'm sorry, Lala 13. I thought you were gone. Yeah, this isn't really a reading thing. I did a general one to test the deck, but maybe come by or take your question. There are so many channels there that do readings on a regular basis. I'd advise you to go to them for help. I'm open to guesting on other people's channels that want me to read with them, but generally speaking, I don't do a lot of readings on this channel. So anyway, thank you all for your patience, and I hope you got something out of this, and I hope it encourages you to follow through. I don't have a link for it, but if you like to maybe Google the Sassy Dragons Tarot, and you should be able to find it that way. Bye, everybody. See you next week.